I noticed a lot of political commentators on the left, also many agitators, people in the academia, the intelligentsia. And if you happen to know history, even socialist leaders have often used this tactic in their speeches because it's an incredibly effective tactic. Not just at persuading people that what you want is a good thing, but also forcing people that completely disagree with what you say to defend your position. So, how does it work? I mean, why is it so effective? Well, as you can see, it's got 2 points, right? Like it's got the Bailey and it's got the Motte. So the Bailey is this place that has the village, right? This is where people farm. There's a lot of living space here. This is the place where you want to be. You want to live in the Bailey. Unfortunately, you have invaders. You have people that don't like your way of life. So when they attack you, you go all the way back up into the Motte. But the Motte isn't the place where you want to live. The Motte is constrained. You can't farm there. There's not going to be enough food. So you want to live in the Bailey. So how does it work? Well, the attackers come in, you go to the Motte, and when the attackers leave, you go back into the Bailey. So what do I mean by this? Like, how does, like, what is the practical application? Well, think about it this way. You have an idea, right? And the idea has 2 points. It has a point that is indefensible. Like, no one is going to defend this. Everyone is going to ridicule and mock it. And then you have, like, the Motte, which is the same idea, but this is very defensible. Like, it's just, no one is going to disagree with it, right? So when the critics are coming, when the critics are criticizing your ideology, you go all the way into the keep. You go into the Motte. When the critics are gone, you go all the way back there. So let's take a practical example. Let's take the example of feminism. What is feminism, Motte and Bailey? Well, the defensible part of feminism that no one is going to disagree with is that a liberal society should have equality between its citizens, right? So like a feminist will say that they want equality between men and women. So every single time they're going to get Jordan Peterson or they're going to have like someone that's criticizing their ideology, they go all the way to the keep. It's like, oh, we just want equality. It's just equality, right? And when Jordan Peterson leaves, they go into the Bailey. Hashtag all men are rapists. Hashtag air conditioners are sexist. Hashtag if you disagree with Hillary Clinton, you're a misogynistic pig. Jordan Peterson comes back. The keep. Just want equality between men and women. Just want equality. Jordan Peterson goes away, all the way back into the Bailey. Mattress girl. A single accusation means that the person has to be fired. If you defend the person that we're accusing and we're trying to fire them, you're a rape apologist. We live in a cisgender heteronormative patriarchy. Jordan Peterson comes back, all the way back into the keep. We just want equality. And it doesn't always have to be ideas. It can even be institutions. The ADL. Can I criticize the ADL on YouTube? Will I be stunning and brave? Is there anything negative you can say about the... Are they above criticism? They're usually the ones criticizing. Do they get criticized in return? Anyway, I noticed the tactic that they're using, right? Like they go down into the Bailey, and they're in the Bailey where they want to live, and they're like, the OK sign is racismus. Milk is racismus. Pepe the Frog, symbol of racismus. You have Elon Musk coming, all the way back into the keep. We're just an organization that is concerned about anti-Semitism. We're a serious organization. We have prestige with it. Elon Musk leaves, all the way back into the Bailey. We are very concerned about the rise of anti-Semitism on Twitter, and it's everywhere. No, we can't give examples. Hashtag trust me, bro. We probably found a lot of Pepes. Elon Musk comes back. It's like all the way back into the keep. Let's see. Can we think of any other examples? Bud Light. Oh, I love Bud Light, right? They go down into the Bailey. Our customers are fratty, out of touch. They get criticism. All the way back into the keep. Oh my god, the transphobes. The transphobes are everywhere. They're everywhere. Like we're just a company that's trying to sell beer. Why has this befallen upon us? I predict that the next Star Wars movie is going to be the same. Like the next Star Wars movie is going to be down into the Bailey, and you have the director. My job is to make men feel uncomfortable. I want to put my activism into every single movie. And then they get criticized. Back into the keep. Oh, these racist bigots. I didn't do anything. It's just that I happen to be a woman. And it's like so tiresome, right? And by the way, this tactic was used during the pandemic to such frequency that it became comical, right? So, like, what was the keep in the pandemic? Well, the keep was the science, right? So, if you're an anti-vaxxer, then you're against the science. Like, this is the strong argument. This is what they used to defend it. And what is the Bailey? Well, the Bailey seems to be that you have an eviction moratorium now. If you try to kick the people that don't pay you rent, you can't do that. Because the CDC says that there's COVID outside, and if they go out, they coof. However, the banks can foreclose on you, because I assume that's also what the science teaches, right? And you have like all these government mandates in various countries where apparently the virus is more active during the night, because like during the night you weren't allowed to go out, but during the day you could. You could go to a BLM march, but you couldn't go to your job because you're considered not essential. Stay at home, stay safe. And if you criticized it, if the critics pop up, all the way back into the keep, oh, you're an anti-vaxxer. It's like, hold on a little bit. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that the government measures don't make sense. No. I mean, this was literally something used in Australia. I think like the Prime Minister of Australia at the time admitted that even if you have vaccinated, you took the Pfizer communion, and even if like you're respecting all of that, if you disagree with the government mandates, they will call you an anti-vaxxer. And I'm like, oh, but hold on a little bit. Like, how does that make any sense? Like, how is it logical that a person who does take the communion is against the communion? Does that make any sense? Apparently it did, because this was the tactic that was being used, the Motte and Bailey tactic. It's so effective. And I think it's effective as long as people do not know the definitions and they assume that the speaker is coming from a position of honesty, and they're charitable. But the reality is that this is a very difficult to debunk strategy, right? Like even if you know what the speaker is doing, like even if you're fully aware, if you're in public, if you're in front of an audience, and the audience doesn't know the difference between the Motte and Bailey, it's very difficult to debunk. It's almost impossible. And the only way that I think this can be fought is if right-wingers would create their own Mottes and Baileys. I don't think like you can debunk someone in front of a group of people that has no idea that the speaker is saying one thing but they're meaning another. That they're just trying to use the keep in order to defend the argument, right? Like, for example, with feminism. Like they will only say that feminism is about equality between men and women, when in reality, what they do is like they go online and they hashtag yes all men and all the other vile stuff. It's like air conditioners are sexist and other nonsense, right? Because again, like you're criticizing that, and they will be like, well, why are you criticizing feminism? Like, so you don't like equality between men and women? And it's like, well, I do like it under the law, but I don't think air conditioners are sexist. And they say, well, what are you talking about? Like that's ridiculous. Yeah, of course, like that person doesn't believe in it. Anyway, do let me know what you guys think, and hopefully you found this video enriching, and I will see you in the comment section. Take care.